As President Trump gets ready to give a live speech in Warsaw, Poland, there is a tragedy here at home. A 12-year veteran of the NYPD killed in cold blood while just sitting in her patrol car. There's a picture of her. Officer Maya Soto's familia leaving behind 3 children. How do families of these first responders and our military cope with the risk that their loved one might not come home? Well, Fox News contributor and the widow of Navy SEAL Taya Kyle, joins us now. Good morning, Taya.
Hi.
Here's a picture of your family. Look at your beautiful children. And Chris there. You know, how does a family prepare for this? You knew when Chris, how many tours did Chris do?
Yeah, he did 4.
4. So every time he would go, you knew.
Yeah, I think you do know. And I feel like most people start out like I did, where they're full of fear and anxiety because it's the unknown. And then at some point you realize you can't live that way. So you have to find a way not to be as anxious and fearful, because especially if you have kids, you want them to grow up in a happy environment. So we learned to just lean into our faith, and we had honest conversations with the kids about good and evil and things being worth fighting for. I think it gets different in time, and sometimes better when you learn to manage that a little bit. For me, I also just told myself, there were so many times it was a close call, that I just told myself I'm always going to believe that he is alive and well and healthy. Until someone's standing at my doorstep telling me differently, I have to just believe that.
What was that day like for you when you found out, when someone was at your doorstep to deliver terrible news?
Yeah, you know, I think it's just, I think it's surreal in a way. It's almost out of body, because somewhere in your mind and your heart you've thought, what if that's me? I mean, I saw so many of our friends go through it, and we walked that walk with them. And the beauty of that was seeing that they somehow survived, even though nobody knew how they would. But yeah, I don't think there's any real preparation for it. I think it was just a surreal moment that I just couldn't believe I was really there. You
know, it struck me this morning, the officer's last name is Familia.
I know.
And it means family. And she, I was told this morning, was a single mom, a mother of 3. So those kids are left without a parent at home.
Right.
What's your advice to people that have gone through this? You know, to those children.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any real advice for people other than just to have faith. If you can, lean deeper into your faith and give it some time.
Because that's real. That's something that I know the producers talked to you last night, and you said there's some hatred. You can't focus on that. You can't focus on fear.
Right.
But you can focus on the real things, and that's faith.
Right. And the fact is that it's not God that allowed this to happen. God gave us free will. And some people use their free will for evil. I think that if anybody can help their kids, it's to give them their faith, because that'll last a lifetime.
Okay, Taya Kyle, thank you for what you've gone. Thank you for your sacrifice for our country. I'm sorry you had to go through that.
I appreciate it.
Thanks for being here.